Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Boss Babe Blog Podcast. I am your host, KeTohn, and today I have two amazing guests with me. We have MJ joining us from Travel with MJ. Thank you for joining, MJ.
Hello, thank you for having me. As
Of,
usual, let the foolishness begin.
of course, my pleasure. My pleasure. Oh, not me echoing. Hold on. There we go. Okay, we good. So the next guest that we have is Lacole joining us from AL Publishing and Consulting. Welcome, Lacole. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, it is a pleasure to have you, and I'm excited to have this conversation. So today we're going to keep it real specific because this is a topic that I think people need to hear. And I'm reading verbatim. We're talking about dating no-nos. I need everyone to share one thing someone should avoid on the first few dates. And I've already got one. And then I'm going to hand it on over to MJ, and then we're going to hand it on over to Lacole. So my first thing that you should avoid doing on the first few dates is addressing the gender war. Please don't start talking to me about how women do this and women do that and men do that and men do this. Please don't start talking to someone on the first couple of dates of talking to them and getting to know them about the gender war, because I'm going to start questioning, do you really like women? Or is that what you're needing right now? Is that your preference? There's nothing wrong with you liking men, because trust me, I know a lot of really stand-up men that like men. And at the end of the day, if that's what you like, you need to go ahead and go over there. But you're talking to me. I'm a woman. And you keep going on about this gender war. Don't do that. Don't start asking me about what do I think about the fact that women get to go and have somebody open the door for them and men don't. Please don't do that on the first few dates of us talking. I mean, really don't do it ever. But if you're going to do it, just don't do it on those first few dates, because you want to at least give a person a chance to see what you're about before they're clouded by these other things. If you come across like you're not healed, there's a chance that you might lose out on a great relationship with someone. And it's not their fault, because if they see red flags and it seems like you've been sitting in a cellar staring at the picture of women and throwing darts at their faces, then I would run too. So I just need you.
Yeah, be more careful.
Priceless.
You got a name on each
priceless.
photo. You got a picture of different types of women. You got a dart for each one.
Okay,
Michelle.
okay.
Yeah, if you seem like that type of person, I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable moving forward in this relationship. So I just need to know that you don't hate me so that we can continue talking. That would be one thing that I would say avoid doing on the first few dates, and just pay attention to and monitor. Check yourself in the moment. If you feel like you're going there, turn it around with something positive. You know, it's easy for us to go into a habit, but be the person to turn it around with something positive, and not the one that always ends on something negative and gloomy about the opposite sex. Please don't do that, because I don't know what you want from me. I'm a woman. You do know that, right? Like, sometimes I want to say that, like, you know, I'm a woman, so that they know we're on the same page, because it don't sound like you want one. So that's going to be mine. I have another one, but before I share my other one, please, yes, please take several sips, because I got quite a bit for you tonight. MJ, did you have yours that you wanted to share?
Yep, I do. I think Lacole took the one I really want to say on this one right here. So I'm going to allude to what she's getting ready to say. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Make sure that you have your own ride and he has his own ride. Ain't no, oh, can I catch a ride from you? No.
Right.
No.
Right.
No.
No. Okay. Number one,
has somebody ever really asked you to catch a ride with you on a first date?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And I was an immediate nah.
Right.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Because number safety.
One, I exacted safety.
Look, let me let you go ahead. Tell
number
them.
One, I might be new to the area, or you might live in an area that I don't feel comfortable driving through. Look, let me speak for me. You might live in an area that I don't feel comfortable driving through. And you talking about, oh, can I catch a ride? No. No.
No.
Because if you have already established those lines as being clear, hey, I'm going to my house, you're going to your house, we will meet at common place. You have no issues with what somebody else might be thinking. Because somebody else might be thinking, oh, I gave you a ride. Oh, I paid for your food. Oh, I did this. I did that. You owe me. No, the hell I don't. No, in the hell I do not. Excuse my language. All children exit the chat. But no, in the hell. I owe you nothing.
To all of our mom watchers, please, the minors, we need earmuffs. We need everything to cover that up.
You need AirPods, you need headphones, you need for the babies to be asleep, you need for the babies to not be home. Disclaimer, this is not for the faint of heart, and this is not for the weak.
That part.
This is not for the faint of heart. This is not for the weak. If you find yourself crying easily, you might want to exit this video because sorry.
Oh, Lord. She said, because sorry.
Sorry.
No, you might want to stay on this video because part of the reason why you might be crying is because somebody's playing with your time. And this is what you need to hear so that you know exactly how to navigate and what not to do when you're trying to develop quality relationships.
You know, let the aunties help you out here. Because you probably done did something on this list that you should not have done. Up to and including not having your own car.
Or dealt with someone on this list that did these things and didn't say, I need to take a step back. It doesn't mean that everybody has to be someone you X out because they exhibited some of these behaviors, but sometimes you need to listen to that intuition.
Right. And now I'm not saying you got to have a car to be dating nobody. It's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is don't go volunteering yourself to go pick up somebody, male or female. If they really want to see you, get an Uber.
Yeah.
Define those lines. Because the minute that you start blurring those lines, you're going to have problems.
She said it. It's the truth. Okay. So, Lacole. Okay, so wait. Let's make sure we get everything together. Mine specifically was don't start with the gender wars in that first bit of dating. Find any other topic on this earth. I mean, dig deep, scrape underneath the gravel of the center of the earth to find a different topic. Okay? Don't start talking about gender wars. MJ's is
to be clear. Let me say it. To be clear, don't rely on your date to get you where you need to be.
There we go. That is MJ's. Don't rely on your date to get you where you need to be. Keyword rely. Make sure you have your own system set in place. Lacole, what is yours?
Well, I'm old school, so we do not drop our underwear on the first couple of dates.
Yes, queen. Yes, queen.
Period.
End of story.
We do that.
I
don't care if he bought you a lobster dinner with all the toppings and all of the sauces and everything else that went along with it. Keep your drawers on your body.
Yes, queen. Yes, queen.
Keep them up.
Yes, queen. I knew that's exactly what you get ready to say. Yes. I know it. I know it. I know it. I knew it.
No, I agree. I agree.
Keep them up. Keep them up. That is not the time. And if you want that lobster dinner, you might want to just pull your money out of your pocket and buy it yourself, because we do not sleep with nobody on the first date or the second date or the third date. And if you need a little assistance, I can get you the movie from Steve Harvey.
You know what? You got some points here. And I think that I'm going to have to agree with that. This is the part that I'm agreeing with. When you meet somebody for a first date, unless you have been researching this person, doing background information on this person, hanging out with the people that this person hangs out with, spending time with their family, which you most likely have not, because who has time for that? You don't know enough about this person. So regardless of if your dating goals are to have a partner and just engage in physical intimacy, or if it's to be married, you still need to know who your partner is and where they've been around and who they've been hanging out with. So I know a lot of times people focus on, being body positive, being, sex positive. However, a lot of people get lost in those two words. It makes it, it feels good because you don't feel like you're being judgmental about people's choices, and you shouldn't be, but that's not the same thing as being safe as well. You need to be safe as well. And you're not being safe when you're going out on the first date of meeting somebody and deciding that this is just going to be the day. You don't know anything about this person. Now, if you hang out with this person all the time, y'all spend tons of time together, you're seeing who they're with, you're dropping in on days when they didn't even expect you, which a lot of times you don't get to that level of comfort with a person until way later. Then I would say, okay, regardless of what your goals are, if you guys trust each other and you are doing the research for yourself, you can see for yourself, because you really can't trust nobody at the end of the day except for your intuition. People are going to make their own decisions, and you have to be accountable for your decision. So always be safe. But at the end of the day, you're already setting yourself up for failure if you don't even know who this person been kissing, what they've been touching, what they've been eating. What if after the first date you find out that he likes to eat, I don't know, he doesn't brush his teeth? What if you find that out? He never brushes his teeth. Forget about I'm stuck on this breath. But listen, you find out that it's against his belief to brush his teeth, so he don't brush his teeth at all. So you'd have just been over here kissing and sucking and eating on somebody that's about 3 different levels of plaque that are now down your throat. So these are things that we need to think about. That's all I'm saying. And yes,
we don't do the yuck mouth. We don't do the yuck mouth.
There are worse things. There really are. But I'm just trying to get people to understand how it's not about judging you as a person. It's about your safety, and it's about you knowing a person. Until you can trust them, don't even give them that level of access, because you don't know where they've been. You know where their lips been, and you can still catch stuff through the lips, through saliva. It's not just going to be the other way. So if that person been kissing on somebody, they got mono or something else, guess what? On to you. So if you don't know anything about them, it's your first time dating them, and then after y'all get done, he says, oh yeah, I like to keep an open relationship, and I just got done having 10 people over. Yeah. I wish I would have stuck around to get to know you more to decide on whether or not you were somebody I really wanted to spend my time with like that. Because now I'm realizing that you're not it. So I do agree with you. I do think it's a good practice to just go ahead and step away from doing that during the first phase of getting to know and dating a person, even if it's not a long-term relationship that you're seeking, just to see what kind of person they are. You should care. People are like, I don't care. You should care. Because if they're not responsible and they're not safe, they're putting your life in danger, whether y'all are married or not. I want me a safe partner. I don't care what our goals are. I need to know that you're responsible. You're not doing stupid stuff. So I think that that's a really great, I think it's fair. I do. Y'all let us know in the comments about these different tips we just gave. I do have another one. And it's kind of similar to Lacole's, but a little bit different of a take. So what we need to not do on our first few dates is putting our lips on people. Listen, you call it old school, you call it germaphobe, I don't know what you're gonna call it. But if I don't know you like that, it's something about your lips, your crusty lips trying to touch my skin that just doesn't sit well with me. I don't know you like that. So there's no emotional connection. And if I'm just going for a physical connection, I still need to feel a level of comfort. You're a stranger. This is our first date or our second date. There's no level of comfort for me to feel comfortable with you putting your lips on me. So instead of putting your lips on people, keep them to yourself. Moisturize them with chapstick, because crusty lips as well as putting your lips on someone else is a bad combination. And yes, I've experienced that. Those lips rubbing against my finger, my hand, like it's shards of glass. We don't need that. We need to put chapstick on. Gloss World LLC provides that. But anyways, that's what I was saying. I'm sorry, y'all.
So no yuck mouth and no blades on the lips.
It's irritating when people do that and they don't read the room. If I have not encouraged you, don't even ask. I mean, some people do ask, but just don't. Don't ruin it. Like, we're having a good day. Don't, can I kiss you? No. And everybody's different, but read the room. If we're just talking and I've told you that I'm not someone who likes to engage in physical touch like that with strangers or people I'm just getting to know, why would you then ask me if you can kiss me?
Right.
It seems like you don't listen. That's what it comes off as. So everybody is different, but I'm sorry. Keep your lips to yourself in the first couple days. That's just my opinion. Get to know a person. Like, make sure you actually like them. And even if you're not looking for a long-term relationship, just make sure that they're a decent person before you put your lips on them. That's just that's the tip that I would share. That's a no-no. Keep your lips to yourself. Your crusty lips to yourself. And emphasis on
not the crusty lips.
Yeah. Keep your lips your crusty lips to yourself. And even if they're not crusty, even if they're baby soft, you know, like mine, because I use Glosswell LLC products, still just keep them to yourself. Okay? Keep them to yourself. Anything else, ladies? Any other things? Any no-nos you have?
Well, I got one more.
While you yours, I can think of one. Okay, cool.
Ladies, if their belt is not on their waist, turn around and go the other way.
Yes,
Period.
Lord. Yes,
just turn around and go the other way. We don't wear our belts on our knees. We don't wear them on our thighs. They go around the waist. The belt goes around the waist. If you can't find a belt that go around your waist, then I'm gonna need you to go to a seamstress, get them pants taken in so that they hit just right and you don't have to wear a belt. Because we don't. I have 4 girls. If the belt ain't on the waist, you must go the other way. Just U-turn.
I'm sorry, but I can't disagree, because my thing is just,
Right.
I don't want, just like you wouldn't want your lady walking around with her drawers out and, you know, her parts out, where you wouldn't want that. So if I was a lady and I'm walking around and I have on a lower pants and you could see all that, you'd probably be like, what is wrong with you? Like, put your clothes up. Like, you walk around like this. And that's how I feel too. Like, put your clothes up. Pick up your drawers. Like, is that for everybody? Is this a group show? What are we doing? So right. I can understand that. I can. It's the way you said it though that really took me out.
And I mean, I got on the men, but let's go with the women too.
Oh, let me do this one. Let me do it.
Go ahead, MJ. Go ahead.
Let me do it. Since you went in on the men, let me. Ladies, your undergarments is for the bedroom. The world should not see your black thong and your pink leggings. Okay? The world should not know what color your undergarments are, or if you are not wearing some. Okay? I need you to have some decorum with yourself, because you get mad when a man looks at you and looks at you for just sex. But what are you giving? Are you giving Thought Keisha, or are you giving Classy Woman?
I'm tired. I am really tired.
If you're giving Classy Woman, they won't try you like that all the time.
Keisha.
There you go.
All the time. Now, there's still some that's going to try you.
Oh, yeah.
There's still some that's going to try you.
There's a few that really don't care whether you dress like...
Right. They don't care what... You are a woman who have tatas and you are breathing. That is enough of requirements for them.
Yep.
Exactly.
But if
we are not
man, and you are wearing club attire, and you're not in the club, I got a problem with you. Your skirt too short,
you're not in the club.
Your thong showing, your bra is out, it's too tight, it's too small. Why? Why? I need you to set your standards up. You know, for the first couple of, and if you want to be freaky in private. If that's what you like that in private. Don't let the rest of the world see your
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you.
Oh Lord.
The rest of the world don't need to know what color underwear you have on, and the rest of the world don't need to know if your cheeks are all one color or if they are two-toned.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Not two-tone. Not two-tone.
This is how I feel. Because you sure got some
Right.
points here for both factors, for the men and for the women. I feel like whoever you are, you should dress, you should live, you should walk, you should present yourself in a way that you feel good. And I'm not just talking about temporarily, I mean that you feel proud of. And I also think that you
Right.
should put yourself in the you should keep in mind what you present yourself with, and don't have standards that are higher than what you present yourself with. So if you walk around and you got your pants all the way down to your knee buckle or wherever, don't set your standards for a woman that dresses like a CEO or looks and moves a certain kind of way and expect that you're going to get that without some kind of pushback. Vice versa. If you
Right.
dress a certain kind of way and you normally don't have too many clothes on, don't set your standards on a man that's conservative. I think that this is a really hard balance, because I feel this way. This is how I feel. Some men are going to try it regardless. I've had men ask me, do I want friends with benefits? After I've clearly said over and over again, I'm not your friend and I don't need benefits. They still ask. It doesn't matter how you present yourself. For some people, they will still try you. So I don't want to justify them just being trifling people, because they're just going to be trifling regardless. You're going to attract good and bad. No matter how good you look, no matter how bad you look, you're going to attract both. What you accept is your choice as a woman and a man.
Mhm.
But I also feel like we can't have standards of wanting a conservative man and not be a conservative woman, unless that conservative man is okay with not dating a conservative woman. Because
Right.
to your point, to both of you ladies' points, walking around looking a certain kind of way, like you're going out to the club, okay, cool. But if you're telling me that you want a man that's conservative, that's old school, that's traditional, that, does this and dresses this way and acts that way, where are you going to find him unless he's okay with the way that you are and how you live your life? And I think that's another big issue that we have today, is that we have men and women having set standards on what type of woman or man they want,
Yeah.
and then they're not exhibiting those characteristics. You're telling me you want an old school woman, yet you're walking around with your pants hanging down low, bumping music about beat this and beat that and beat this, and showing off how you're a ladies' man, but you said you want a traditional woman. How are you going to attract that unless she's attracted to that? You know what I mean? And I think it's vice versa. You want a traditional man who's a provider, who's going to take care of you, who's going to respect you. And you are presenting yourself in a different way that a traditional man may not be attracted to. So how are you going to get that? You're going to have to find a traditional man who's okay with how you live your life now, or you're going to have to accept that there may have to be a couple of compromises you would need to make in order to get with that traditional man. And if you feel like it's compromising you to the point where it makes you unhappy in life, then you might just have to find you a different type of man, but he's might not be traditional. That's just the reality of it. I think that we have to really pay attention to what we're looking for, and we have to attract what we're looking for. You want a man that values and appreciates and respects himself. Value and appreciate and respect yourself. You want a man that is not for everybody. Don't be a woman for everybody. It's just, you know what I mean? And don't let people trick you, because some people will act like they're not and they really are. So, focus on yourself. Focus on being what you want to see. I think that that's the best way to go about that. But you ladies do have a point. I mean, yeah, people walk around and don't have their clothes on. Yeah, people will walk around and wear actual underwear. I don't know. It's like the generation that we're in now. It's like less and less clothes. And I'm thinking it's because these factories make more and more money by charging more and giving less material. But we see it as fashion or the style or what's in, but the lingerie and things like that, we all know what it's for. So even if you wear it for something different, you know that majority of people, when they see this is what they're looking for or expecting.
Right.
So you just have to keep that in mind. I mean, you have to. It doesn't make anybody, look, my shirt can just come loose while we over here talking about people's clothes and stuff popping out and all that.
Oh, okay.
Let me make sure I'm not on the list.
Okay.
But
govern yourself accordingly. Okay.
We don't want to be known for that.
No.
Oh.
We don't want that
But-
type of attention.
But I think y'all are right. So, yeah, really great points. So back to just do a quick recap. We said, keep your lips to yourself in those first couple of dates. Just please keep your lips to yourself. Think about whether you like the person first. And if you like them, add your lips. It depends on, are there some exceptions to certain rules? Yes. However, the majority of people that you are going to deal with, you're going to wish you spent more time learning about this person instead of being all close to them and on them, because you're going to find out information that just makes you feel either sick or makes you say, maybe not for me, or makes you say, I need more time before I commit to anything extra. So that's not everybody, but it is a huge majority. It's just a part of life. It's the experiences that come with it. So please keep that in mind. The other thing we talked about was the gender wars. Keep your gender wars to yourself. I don't want to hear about your crusty gender wars. And then let's see. The other thing that we talked about was, no, we don't need to hear all that because I'm healing. I'm healing. I don't want to go back. You trying to make me hate people. I'm not trying to do that. Right. So we need to keep that to ourselves. And then MJ said that we need to keep our clothes on, ladies. Keep our clothes on those first few dates. Don't be showing off all that stuff. Don't give him too much, because at the end of the day, he don't even deserve all that. Let him earn that. And Lacole said the same thing about the gentleman. Pull those pants up. When you're going out to meet people, be presentable. Keep your body parts to yourself. And she also said, keeping that closed for those.
Do you say clink clink?
Not the balloons popping up when I do the gesture. Oh Lord. StreamYard said yes. But yes, she was talking about keeping those closed. Yes, keeping those closed for those couple of dates and making sure that you know that this is someone who's worthy of that. And you just know his schedule, what he does, who he is. Learn this person so you can be able to tell when he's telling the truth, when he's not. Vice versa, men and women. Know who you're dealing with. We just got to practice knowing who we're dealing with a lot more often these days. So there's so many people out here just being mistreated and put in terrible situations that they didn't deserve to be placed in, all simply because they did not spend enough time doing that background research. So yeah, I think these are really great tips. Ladies, I feel good. Did y'all feel good? Y'all got everything?
This was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Good.
It's some more things that they need to know, but that's for the next show.
Yeah. We'll save it for a part 2.
Okay, we'll say that for a part 2. I definitely think that we got through quite a bit of great tips. So thank you everyone for listening. If you know anyone that's starting with the dating phase and you're just getting into it, go ahead and listen. And if you are already in it, don't feel offended or attacked, because at the end of the day, we are all human. We all make mistakes. But these tips are either coming from experience, that we've experienced the negative side of it, or maybe we went through it and we realized this is not it. It's one of the two. That's how life is. So take it and hear it before you have to go through it as well, so that you can be better for yourself. All right. Definitely. Thank you all so much for listening to the Boss Babe Blog podcast, and we are out. Bye.